You're about to spend $35,000, maybe $40,000, maybe more, and you're going to negotiate this purchase against someone who does it for a living, someone who negotiates car deals 8 to 12 times a day, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, someone who has been trained in closing techniques, objection handling, and psychological pressure tactics, someone whose income depends on getting as much money out of you as possible. And your experience? You bought, what, 2 cars in your life? 3? You negotiate a car purchase once every 5 to 7 years. They do it 500 times a year. You're a weekend jogger stepping into the ring with a professional boxer. The skill gap is enormous, and the stakes are thousands of dollars. But here's the thing most people don't realize. The dealership's advantage isn't intelligence. It's information and process. They have a system. They know numbers you don't. They control the environment, the building, the timeline, the emotional triggers. Their advantage is structural, not intellectual. And structural advantages can be neutralized with preparation. That's what this video is, a step-by-step system that levels the playing field. Not tricks, not gimmicks, not say this magic phrase. A process, research-based, math-based, and designed to get you the lowest price without being an insufferable person. Because the goal isn't to humiliate the salesperson. The goal is to pay a fair price for the car you want and leave with your money and your dignity intact. Let's build the playbook. The single biggest reason people overpay for cars is that they walk into a dealership without knowing what the car should cost. They know the MSRP, the sticker price, and they know what monthly payment they can afford. That's it. Those 2 numbers are not enough. They're not even close to enough. Before you contact a single dealer, you need to know 4 things. The invoice price. This is what the dealer paid the manufacturer for the car. Invoice price is publicly available on sites like Edmunds, KBB, TrueCar, and others. It's not a secret. The invoice includes the base price of the vehicle plus any factory-installed options. The difference between MSRP and invoice is the dealer's gross margin on the vehicle itself, typically $1,500 to $5,000 depending on the car. Current incentives and rebates. Manufacturers offer incentives that reduce the effective cost. Customer cash rebates, loyalty discounts, financing incentives, and dealer cash, money paid to the dealer by the manufacturer to move inventory. Some of these are visible to consumers. Others, particularly dealer cash, are not publicly advertised but can be researched. Check the manufacturer's website and Edmunds incentives page for your specific vehicle, region, and time frame. What others are paying. Edmunds, TrueCar, and similar platforms aggregate data on what other buyers in your area are actually paying for the same vehicle. This gives you a realistic target price, not MSRP, not invoice, but the real-world transaction price. If the average transaction price for a fully loaded Camry in your region is $33,200, you know that anything significantly above that number is overpriced, and anything below it is a strong deal. Your trade-in's value. If you're trading in a vehicle, know its value before the dealer tells you what they'll give you. Get a KBB instant cash offer. Get a Carvana or CarMax offer. These are real, redeemable offers that establish a floor for your trade-in value. When the dealer offers you $2,000 less than your CarMax offer, you can present the competing offer and either negotiate up or sell to CarMax directly. This research takes 1 to 2 hours. That time investment will save you $1,000 to $3,000 or more on the transaction. There is no better hourly rate for your time than pre-purchase car research. If you save $2,000 in 2 hours of research, you effectively earned $1,000 per hour. Do the research. Before you step foot in a dealership, go to your bank or credit union and get pre-approved for an auto loan. This is non-negotiable. Pre-approval does 3 things. First, it tells you your interest rate and maximum loan amount before the dealer gets involved. You know exactly what you qualify for. No surprises, no relying on the dealer's word about what rate they can get you. Second, it removes the dealer's ability to mark up your interest rate without your knowledge. When you have a pre-approval at 5.5% from your credit union, the dealer has to beat or match that rate to earn your financing business. If they come back with 7%, you know they're marking it up, and you can either negotiate the rate down or simply use your pre-approval. Third, it separates the financing conversation from the price conversation. This is critical. Dealers want to bundle everything, price, trade-in, financing, and add-ons, into a single negotiation so they can shift profit between the buckets. By handling financing independently, you remove one bucket from the equation. You're negotiating the car's price with the financing already handled. Fewer variables means less room for manipulation. Credit unions typically offer the best auto loan rates. If you're not a member of a credit union, many are easy to join. Some require only a nominal deposit. The application process takes 15 to 30 minutes, and approval is often same day. This small effort pays for itself many times over. This is the strategy that most people skip, and it's arguably the most powerful move in the entire playbook. Do not start your negotiation by walking into a dealership. Start it by emailing the internet sales departments of every dealer within a reasonable radius, typically 3 to 5 dealers for common vehicles, more for rare ones. Your email should be specific, professional, and designed to extract a price quote. Here's a template that works. Hi, I'm looking to purchase a DEM Weir NAIC model, DEM level, in color preference. I'm a pre-approved buyer ready to purchase within the next week. Could you please provide your best out-the-door price for this vehicle? I'm contacting several dealers in the area and will purchase from the dealer with the most competitive price. Thank you. This email does several things strategically. It establishes that you're a serious, qualified buyer, not a tire kicker. It tells them you're shopping competitively, creating urgency to offer their best price. It asks for the out-the-door price, the total including all fees and taxes, which prevents hidden charges from appearing later, and it keeps the negotiation in writing, where you have time to think, compare, and respond without the pressure of a face-to-face conversation. Some dealers will respond with a real price. Some will try to get you on the phone or into the showroom. Ignore the ones who won't give you a number by email. They're trying to control the environment, which is exactly what you're avoiding by using email in the first place. Once you have quotes from multiple dealers, you have leverage. You can play the quotes against each other. Dealer B offered me $33,400 out the door. Can you do better? This forces dealers to compete on price, which is the only dimension that benefits you. They can't use charm, time pressure, or emotional manipulation through email. They can only use numbers. And numbers are where your research puts you in control. Continue this back and forth until the quotes converge. When multiple dealers are within a few $100s of each other, you've found the market price. The lowest quote is your target. The second lowest is your fallback. Pick the dealer and go close the deal in person. A car deal has multiple components, and each one is a negotiation opportunity, or a trap. Understanding the pieces helps you negotiate each one on its own terms. The vehicle price. This is the primary negotiation. The goal is to get the selling price as low as possible. Your research, invoice price, incentives, and what others are paying defines the range. Your email quotes establish the floor. Negotiate from there. The trade-in value. If you're trading in, this is a separate negotiation. The dealer will try to bundle it with the vehicle price, showing you a higher purchase price offset by a generous-looking trade-in, or vice versa. Don't let them. Settle the vehicle price first, then negotiate the trade-in as a separate transaction. If the dealer's trade-in offer is below your CarMax or Carvana offer, tell them. They'll often match or come close to avoid losing the deal. If they won't, sell the trade-in separately and bring cash to the deal instead. Financing. You have your pre-approval. Let the dealer try to beat it. If they can offer a lower rate through the manufacturer's financing arm or a partner lender, take it, but verify that the lower rate isn't contingent on a higher vehicle price. Some manufacturers offer low APR promotions that can't be combined with customer cash rebates. You might save more with the rebate and your credit union rate than with the manufacturer's low APR. Run the math both ways. Fees. Destination charge is non-negotiable. It's set by the manufacturer and is the same at every dealer. Documentation fees vary by state and by dealer. Some states cap them, others don't. In uncapped states, doc fees can range from $100 to $800 or more. You can negotiate the dock fee or, more pragmatically, factor it into your total price comparison. Registration, title, and tax are government-mandated and non-negotiable. Any other fee, dealer prep, market adjustment, reconditioning, nitrofill, pinstripe, is either negotiable or invented. Question every line item you don't recognize. The out-the-door price. This is the only number that ultimately matters. It's the total you'll write the check for, or finance. It includes the vehicle price, taxes, registration, all dealer fees, and any add-ons. Negotiate toward this total number, not toward individual components in isolation. When you evaluate competing offers, compare out-the-door prices. Everything else is a subset. Timing doesn't change the MSRP, but it changes the dealer's willingness to negotiate. There are specific windows when dealers are most motivated to make deals. End of the month. Salespeople and dealerships have monthly quotas and targets. Bonuses, both individual and dealership level, often depend on hitting those numbers. In the last 3 to 5 days of the month, a dealer who's 1 or 2 units short of their bonus threshold is significantly more motivated to make a deal. Even at a thin margin, the bonus they earn by hitting quota can exceed the profit they'd make by holding firm on your price. You become the path to their bonus check. End of the quarter. Same dynamic, amplified. Manufacturer incentives and dealer allocation bonuses often operate on quarterly cycles. The last few days of March, June, September, and December are historically the most aggressive negotiating windows. End of the model year. When the next model year arrives, typically in late summer or fall, the current model year becomes last year's car, even if it's brand new. Dealers need to clear that inventory to make room. Manufacturer incentives increase. Dealer motivation increases. The discount on a leftover model can be substantial, sometimes $3,000 to $5,000 or more below what the same car commanded 3 months earlier. Holiday weekends, President's Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Black Friday. Dealers run promotional events with manufacturer-backed incentives. Some of these promotions are genuine, others a marketing theater. The genuine ones typically appear as increased customer cash rebates or reduced financing rates from the manufacturer. Check the manufacturer's website to verify what's real versus what's just the dealer's advertising. When inventory is high, if the dealer has 45 units of the model you want on the lot, they're motivated to move them. If they have 3 units and it's a popular model, they have no incentive to negotiate. Supply and demand applies to dealerships just like any other market. Check dealer inventories online before making contact. Most dealers list their inventory on their website with stock numbers and pricing. Timing alone won't get you a great deal, but timing combined with research and competitive quotes can make the difference between a good deal and an exceptional one. You've done your research. You have your pre-approval. You have email quotes. You know the invoice price, the incentives, and what others are paying. Now you go to the dealership to close the deal. Set the tone early. Be polite, direct, and efficient. You're not there to browse. You're not there to test drive 6 cars. You've already decided on the exact car you want, make, model, trim, color, stock number if possible. Communicate this clearly. I've already researched this car extensively. I'm ready to buy today at the right price. Here's where I'd like to be on the out-the-door number. Present your target price. Based on your research and email quotes, give them a specific number, not a vague, "I'd like a good deal." A number. I'm looking for $3,300 out the door based on the quotes I've received from other dealers in the area. This immediately establishes that you've done your homework, that you have competing offers, and that the negotiation is happening on your terms. Expect the pushback. The salesperson will say some version of, "That's below our cost. We can't do that number. Where did you get that price? That other dealer must be using a different vehicle." This is normal. It's scripted. It's the opening move in a dance they perform every day. Don't panic. Don't argue. Simply restate your position calmly. "I understand. This is the price I've been offered elsewhere, and I'm prepared to purchase there. If you can match or beat it, I'd prefer to buy here. If not, no hard feelings. Let them go to the manager. The salesperson will go talk to the manager, potentially multiple times. This is standard. Each trip is designed to make you feel like progress is being made and to invest your time and emotional energy in the process. The more time you spend, the harder it is psychologically to walk away. Be aware of this dynamic. Stay patient, stay pleasant. But don't move your number unless they present a compelling reason supported by facts. Don't reveal your monthly payment target. If they ask what monthly payment you're looking for, deflect. I'm focused on the total price right now. Once we agree on that, we can discuss payment structure. Revealing your monthly target gives them the ability to manipulate the loan term to hit your number while increasing the total cost. Keep the conversation on total price. In certain market conditions, limited inventory, high demand, popular new models, dealers add additional dealer markup, ADM, or market adjustment to the sticker price. These are pure profit additions above MSRP that can range from $2,000 to $20,000 or more on hot models. Market adjustments are technically legal. Dealers can charge whatever the market will bear, but that doesn't mean you have to pay them. Here's the strategy. First, never pay ADM if you can avoid it. Check inventory across a wide geographic area, not just your local dealers, but dealers within a 2 to 3 hour drive or even further. ADM practices vary by dealer, and some dealers in the same region will sell at MSRP, while others slap on $5,000. A willingness to drive to a different city to avoid ADM is often worth hundreds of dollars per hour of driving time. Second, get on allocation lists. For models that consistently sell above MSRP, some dealers offer the ability to place an order or get on a waiting list at MSRP with no markup. The trade-off is time. You might wait 3 to 6 months for delivery, but if waiting saves you $5,000 to $10,000, the patience pays handsomely. Third, wait. ADMs exist because demand exceeds supply in the moment. But moments pass. The initial frenzy around a new model typically fades within 6 to 12 months as production ramps up and early demand is absorbed. The same car that commanded a $10,000 ADM at launch might sell at MSRP or even below MSRP a year later. Unless you absolutely need the car right now, time is your ally against market adjustments. Fourth, never feel obligated or pressured. A dealer charging ADM will often frame it as standard. This is what the market requires. It's not standard, it's a choice. Your response is equally a choice. I understand the market is tight. I'm not willing to pay above MSRP, so I'll keep looking. If the situation changes, I'd love to do business with you. Leave the door open without committing to a price you'll regret. Dealerships are specifically designed, physically and procedurally, to put you at a psychological disadvantage. Understanding the tactics helps you resist them. Time investment. The longer you spend at the dealership, the harder it is to walk away. You've invested 2 hours. You've test-driven the car. You've imagined yourself owning it. You've mentally committed. The dealer knows this and will deliberately slow the process. Long waits between offers, multiple manager visits, extended paperwork sequences to deepen your time investment and make walking away feel like a waste. Counter, set a time limit in your head before you arrive. If the deal isn't coming together in a reasonable time frame, 60 to 90 minutes for a buyer who's done their research, tell them you need to leave and we'll follow up by phone or email. Breaking the time investment trap is one of the most important psychological moves you can make. The test drive attachment. Once you drive the car, you start to own it emotionally. You've felt the acceleration, you've sat in the seat, you've imagined your commute in it. The dealer wants you to test drive before discussing price because the emotional attachment makes you less rational about the numbers. You're no longer negotiating for a car. You're negotiating for your car. Counter, do your test drive at a different time or even at a different dealer than where you plan to negotiate. Separate the emotional experience from the financial transaction. If you've already driven the car last week, you can walk into the buying appointment focused entirely on numbers. Good cop, bad cop. The salesperson is your friend. They want to help you. They're on your side. They're going to try to convince the manager. The manager is the tough one. The person with the authority who doesn't want to go below this number. This dynamic is choreographed. The salesperson and the manager are on the same team. The negotiation between them is theater designed to make you feel like the salesperson is fighting for you. They're not. They're performing a script that makes you more likely to accept the offered price because you feel like someone already advocated on your behalf. Counter. Acknowledge the dynamic internally without being confrontational about it. Know that the number on the paper is the number they want. Whether the salesperson went to bat for you is irrelevant. Focus on the number, compare it to your research, and respond based on data, not on gratitude for a performance. The urgency close. This price is only good today. Another customer is looking at this car. I have to check if it's still available. These are pressure tactics designed to make you decide now before you have time to think, compare, or walk away. In reality, the price is almost always available tomorrow. The other customer may or may not exist. The car isn't going anywhere in the next 24 hours. Counter. Never make a purchase decision under artificial urgency. If the deal is good today, it'll be good tomorrow. If the dealer claims otherwise, call their bluff. I understand. Let me think about it overnight. If the car's still available tomorrow, I'll come back. If the car is genuinely gone when you return, another one exists at another dealer. The urgency is almost always manufactured. The trade-in is where many buyers lose thousands of dollars because they don't treat it as a separate transaction with its own research and negotiation. Dealers evaluate your trade-in based on what they can sell it for on their used car lot or at auction, minus reconditioning costs, minus their desired profit margin. This is a legitimate business calculation, but the number they offer you is the starting point of a negotiation, not the final answer. Before you visit the dealer, get at least 2 independent offers for your trade-in. CarMax will give you a written offer good for 7 days after a free appraisal. Carvana provides an online offer based on your description of the vehicle. KBB's instant cash offer connects you with local dealers who commit to a price. These offers establish the market value of your car independently of the dealer you're negotiating with. When the dealer makes their trade-in offer, compare it to your independent offers. If the dealer is below, present the competing offer. I have a CarMax offer for $16,500. Can you match that? Many dealers will match or come within a few $100s to keep the trade-in as part of the deal. If they won't match, you have a real alternative. Sell to CarMax and bring cash to the deal. One critical caution: watch for the trade-in shell game. A dealer might inflate your trade-in value to make the deal seem more attractive while simultaneously inflating the vehicle's selling price by the same amount. We'll give you $18,000 for your trade-in. Sounds great, until you notice the car's price is $2,000 above what other dealers quoted. The net result is the same, but the inflated trade-in creates the illusion of a better deal. This is why you negotiate the vehicle price first. Agree on it in writing, and then, and only then, introduce the trade-in as a separate line item. Be willing to walk away. This is the most powerful tool you have, and it's the one most people are afraid to use. Walking away signals that you have alternatives, that you're not emotionally captive, and that the deal only happens on terms that work for you. Many of the best deals are finalized in the parking lot, by phone, or by email within hours of a walkaway. The dealer would rather make a thin deal than lose the sale entirely. Walking away is not a bluff. It only works if you're actually prepared to do it. If you've already decided this is the only car you'll accept from the only dealer you'll buy from, you have no leverage. Multiple options, multiple dealers, multiple competing vehicles give you the freedom to walk away genuinely. That freedom is your leverage. You've agreed on a price. You've shaken hands. You feel like it's over. It's not. The finance and insurance office is the final boss, and it's where dealers recover profit they lost in the price negotiation. The F&I manager's job is to sell you products: extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection, fabric protection, tire and wheel packages, key replacement plans, nitrogen tire fill, VIN, etching, maintenance plans, appearance packages, and anything else they can add to the deal. Every product adds to the bottom line. Some add hundreds, some add thousands. Every single one of these products is optional. You are not required to purchase any of them. The F&I manager may present them as if they're standard or expected. They are not. Here's how to navigate the F&I office without losing the savings you just fought for. Know what you want before you sit down. The only F&I product that has broadly defensible value for most buyers is gap insurance, and only if you're financing more than 80% of the car's value, meaning you're at risk of being underwater. And even gap should be priced against your insurance company or credit union's offering, which is typically 30 to 60% cheaper than the dealer's price. Everything else should be evaluated on its own merits, not purchased impulsively under pressure. Ask the total price, not the monthly addition. When the F&I manager says it's only $29 more per month for the extended warranty, translate that to total cost. 29 times 72 months, 80 tons, 80 second ties, is the extended warranty worth 2,088. Maybe, maybe not. But you can't evaluate that in the monthly framing. You need the total number. Say no politely and firmly. Thank you, but I'm not interested in any additional products today. Repeat as needed. The F&I manager may cycle through multiple products, multiple pitches, and multiple closing techniques. They may suggest that you're making a mistake by declining. They may imply that the car will fall apart without the warranty. Stay calm, stay firm. You can always purchase an extended warranty later, often from third-party providers at lower prices, if you decide you want one. Read before you sign. The F&I manager will present a stack of paperwork. Read it. Specifically, verify that the selling price matches what you negotiated, the interest rate matches your pre-approval, or the dealer's offered rate, the loan term is what you agreed to, and no products you declined have been added to the contract. Mistakes happen. Mistakes also happen. Verify every number before you sign. You signed. You drove the car home. The negotiation is over. Or is it? Check the contract at home. In the calm of your kitchen table. Review every page of the contract. Verify the numbers again. Make sure the VIN matches the car in your driveway. Confirm the warranty terms. If anything doesn't match what you agreed to, contact the dealer immediately. Watch for the yo-yo scam. In rare but documented cases, a dealer will call you days after the purchase and claim that your financing fell through. The lender didn't approve the deal. They'll tell you to come back and either sign a new contract at worse terms or return the car. This is sometimes legitimate. Financing can genuinely fall through, but it's also a known scam where the dealer uses the buyer's attachment to the car to renegotiate more favorable terms for themselves. If this happens, know your rights in many states. If you signed a binding contract and took delivery, the dealer can't unwind the deal unilaterally. Consult your state's consumer protection agency before agreeing to any changes. Leave a review. If you had a good experience, leave a positive review. Good salespeople and honest dealers deserve recognition. If you had a bad experience, high-pressure tactics, hidden fees, bait and switch, leave an honest review. Future buyers benefit from your experience. For those who want the entire playbook on a single page, we search invoice price, incentives, and what others are paying before you contact any dealer. Get pre-approved for financing from your bank or credit union. Email multiple dealers requesting out-the-door price quotes on the specific car you want. Compare quotes and use the lowest as leverage with competing dealers. Know your trade-in's value independently through CarMax, Carvana, or KBB offers. Time your purchase for end of month, end of quarter, or end of model year when possible. Negotiate on total out-the-door price, never on monthly payment. Keep trade-in, financing, and vehicle price as separate negotiations. Be polite, direct, and specific when presenting your target price in person. Walk away if the numbers don't work. Another dealer will make the deal. Decline all F&I products unless you've independently evaluated their value and price. Read every page of the contract before signing. Verify the final paperwork matches what you negotiated. Research is your most powerful tool. Invoice price, incentives, and real-world transaction data level the information playing field. Pre-approval removes the dealer's financing advantage and protects against rate markup. Email negotiations force dealers to compete on price without environmental pressure. Every deal has 4 components: vehicle price, trade-in, financing, and fees, and each should be negotiated separately. Timing matters. End of month, quarter, and model year increase dealer motivation. In person, present a specific target based on research. Stay calm through pushback. Never reveal your monthly payment target, and walk away if the numbers don't work. The F&I office is the final profit center. Every product is optional. Evaluate on total cost, not monthly cost, and verify every number in the contract before signing. Car negotiation isn't about being aggressive, confrontational, or clever. It's about being prepared. The dealer's advantage is structural. They have more information, more experience, and more control over the environment. Your counter is preparation. Research that gives you the information. Pre-approval that gives you the financing. Email quotes that give you the competition. And the willingness to walk away that gives you the control. The playbook is simple. Research. Pre-approve. Email. Compare. Time it right. Negotiate on total price. Survive F&I. Verify the paperwork. That's it. 8 steps. 2 hours of research. 1 email template. And the willingness to treat a $35,000 decision with the seriousness it deserves, instead of winging it because the salesperson seems nice. If this video gave you a system you'll actually use the next time you buy a car, or made you realize how much you overpaid last time, hit like. Drop the best deal you've ever negotiated in the comments so we can crown someone the champion. And subscribe so you stop walking into dealerships armed with nothing but a monthly payment target and a prayer. Later.